it's Maggie from Knitting in the Park. So I wanted to jump on and just quickly talk through how I come up with my patterns, how I get the initial spark or idea. So this hat, I started to, just for an example, I'll see a cable design or a stitch, or maybe I loved an aspect of a project I just worked on, and I'll start to come up with the next way that I want to do it. Often I think of these things in the shower because that's when my subconscious just goes and goes and goes, I guess. But so I'll get the idea, and then where I differ from other knitters is I'm very much, I guess, a process knitter. So I will sit down and start playing with the yarn and working with it and start the pattern and make notes as I go. This differs a lot from some of the other knitters out there who will write down the entire pattern based on their knowledge, their experience, and different things, and then start to knit it and test what they've written. I'm kind of the other way. I kind of play with the yarn, work with the pattern, figure it out as I go. Like, I have the finished idea either as a sketch or in my head, and we're working to get there. It's kind of a journey. It's just the way my brain works. I'm very right-brained. I'm also a bit dyslexic, so I've learned to not fight it and kind of go with it. And sometimes, yeah, I have to frog a project a bit, but for the most part, it really works. And then once I have finished the project, I'll go through, refine my notes a little bit, try to catch any errors, but inevitably one or two will sneak through. Then we put it into the computer, I design it, and I send it out to people who are my test knitters. Now, I used to never use test knitters. I don't know, there was kind of, I don't think I'm there yet, or I just want to get this out there because people are going to download it. And I was offering patterns for free. So before I did not test knit my patterns, but now I do. The people who test knit my patterns are generally amazing people who help me out a lot. So I very much appreciate them. You do get the pattern for free if you test knit for me, in exchange for knitting the pattern through to completion within a certain amount of time, and also sending me a picture or two of your at least finished project. If you want to send pictures of the process, that's amazing, and I will also include those in my social media as well. But that's kind of what goes into test knitting for me. And then once we're ready to go, once we worked out the errors, then we'll publish the pattern on both my blog and social media, but also the sites that most people like to use to actually purchase the pattern. So your Ravelry's, your Love Knittings, then we'll publish it to a few other places as well. So that's kind of the Knitting in the Park design process from my end. I think one or two people had kind of asked how these little things come into creation. So that's kind of how it works for me. It's very explorative, it's very playful. For the most part, it's positive. Sometimes there's projects that don't make it. There's one or two right now that I'm thinking about frogging, just because I'm not absolutely loving them, but we'll see what happens. It's always fun to kind of put it aside for a little bit, and then we'll pick it up later and see what happens. So if you have any questions about my process or my patterns, or how to design a pattern of your own, if you've got some ideas on a project but just aren't sure of how to write it down or how to design it, or just how to make it, let me know. We'll figure it out together. All right, guys, have a great day. Hope you're enjoying the beautiful fall weather. It's been a great fall here in Western PA. Baby and I have been knitting copiously as well as cycling a good bit. So this is just the perfect time of year for designing patterns, and I've got a few more up here that I can't wait to translate into a finished project for you. So keep an eye out on the website. There will be some more opportunities to test knit some patterns, and some of them are going to be baby patterns. So yeah, that's exciting. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.